Okay, hey, hi, hello, beautiful people. Welcome and/or welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. I don't know when this is being posted, but for me it's Monday, so happy Monday. It's a beautiful day. We're just coming off of a cold weekend. It wasn't that cold of a weekend, but it was cold last week. Now it's sunny and beautiful. Happy Monday. This week I'm going to try something just a little bit different for this video. It's still going to be technically a reading vlog of sorts, but I'm going to keep track of all of the pages that I read this week. I've seen some creators do this and I think it's really fun. No pressure though. I do work a full-time corporate job, so I don't know how much I'll get read, but I think it'll be really interesting to see. I don't have too much going on this week besides work and then my general routine outside of that, but I think I should be able to get a good amount of reading done for the end of February. So I'm going to technically start the count from yesterday because I did read yesterday. I'm going to do it from Sunday to Saturday. So yesterday I read some of The Women by Kristen Hanna, and this is my current read. I read, let's do the math. I got to page 303 and I started on 196. What is that? All my math people out there. I read 107 pages yesterday, which was Sunday, and we'll see what I can get done today. It is Monday after work. I'm gonna go on a walk and then have dinner. I also have to do my taxes, so we'll see, but this is a pretty fast and easy read. Like I said, I'm on page 303 and there are like 460 pages, so I probably won't finish it tonight, but I definitely will be finishing this up tomorrow, and then we'll pick my next read together and see just how far we can get during this week of reading. Does that sound like fun? Are we excited? Is this a good idea? Am I gonna be disappointed? Should I guess how many pages I'm gonna read this week, or is that like just setting myself up for failure? I think that's setting myself up for failure. I typically read more or less like 100 pages if like I don't really have anything going on. Like last week I didn't read a lot at all because the weekend before my mom was in town, and then we just had more family in town this last weekend, and so like the in-between was just like cleaning and surviving, you know? So we'll see. I don't have a life this week. My life is to catch up on some much needed reading. So hopefully we can get some headway, and this video isn't just me like reading the same book the entire week, which would also be fine, but I'm hoping to have, you know, some type of progress made here. Let's do it! I just finished reading for the night. It's 10 o'clock and I'm getting sleepy, but I read 73 pages tonight, which is pretty good. I only started reading like an hour ago, so I'd say that's pretty good. I'll finish this book tomorrow. I have about a little over 80 pages left, and then I'll pick up another book. But I will say, update for The Women, it's getting juicy. Like, yeah, it's still about like, I mean, majority of it now is about like her experience after the war, but there's a lot of tea. There's a lot of tea going on in her life, and it's kind of crazy. I said this in my previous video, but Kristen Hanna really just knows how to write a book that has very complicated relationships and like just very complicated situations, and wow. And that doesn't even go for like romantic all the time. Like the relationships all around, there's just like complications. But I'm loving the women. Like I'm loving the women of the book so much, so that's a plus sign there. The men can do better. Like, yeah, the men could do without them, really. baby. Happy Tuesday. I thought I would come in for a mini update with my pal, my reading pal right here. I've been reading this evening. I started on page 376 where I left off last night, and now I am on page 430, chapter 34. I only have 2 chapters left of this book. I am like flying through this last portion of it. It's really fast paced and a lot is happening. I was gonna say all good things. It's not all good things. It's a really sad book, but fast paced in the sense that like very good writing. The plot is just absolutely picking up and crazy. It just feels like a Kristen Hanna book. This happens in all of her books and I'm obsessed with it. So I'm gonna finish it up here probably before dinner's even done. Goodbye. And then that will conclude 88 pages. But that'll be 88 pages read for me today so far, but it's still only 7 o'clock, so I think I'm going to choose another book after this and then start reading that. Okay, so I just finished The Women. It is now 8:48 and I think I'm going to give it like a 4.5 stars. It didn't necessarily give me that 5-star feeling, but it was damn close. Sorry, I have like cat hair on my mouth. I mean, Kristen Hanna just does it every single time. Those last 2 chapters really just brought it back for me. It was just full circle moment, so beautifully written, and I was just waiting for just an ending like that for that story. I don't want to give literally anything away in case you haven't read it, but I highly recommend. I thought it was tragic, but it was also beautiful, and just again the full circle moments and the healing and the growth that came from it was really cool and interesting to read about. And I didn't cry. I know a lot of people cry at her books. I've cried at most of her books, but I did not cry, but I did tear up. I really felt it in the heart, you know, about some of the things that happened. Went from tragic to like heartwarming, you know, and I thought that, it was just a really good book. 4.5 stars. That was me finishing The Women by Kristen Hanna. So I did read 88 pages so far today. So now I'm gonna pick another book. I have a lot of romances because Berkeley, thank you Berkeley, they send me free books and they've kind of sent me a lot. So I have a good stack of what I can read over here. I was thinking of picking up Wedding Dashers next. I believe that this came out this month. I'll have to actually go look at the publishing date. I got it in the beginning of February, so it should have been released in February. I'll look in a moment, but this is what I was thinking about picking up, just like kind of a lighthearted romance. It is like quote unquote like enemies to lovers, you know, like forced proximity, all the good things. So I thought like they have to essentially, I guess I'll give you what the synopsis of this story. She doesn't like him. He's the best man. She is going to her sister's wedding where he is the best man. She has to travel there, and her travel plans fall apart, which so happen to also be his travel plans, and they both have to find a way to get to this wedding together. Wedding Dashers. This is what I'm thinking about reading. I also have Lord of the Rings, the first one, The Fellowship of the Ring, but I think I am waiting to read this until March because I don't want to rush through it. I feel like just picking up a really simple, easy, fast romance right now, so I don't want to slump or rush through this book, so I'm gonna keep this probably for like to start like next week or something. But I do have this one that I've been meaning to read for a while now, and I really do want to get to. I could also read, I just got this one. It's Just Our Luck. I don't actually really know what it's about. It says a lottery ticket plus donuts equals love in this steamy new fake dating romance. Lottery tickets and donuts. What does that mean? Too. This cover is just adorable though. Look at that. I love a pink cover. I love a pink and a blue. I love that color combo together. I also have Book Boyfriend, Dishonestly, Yours, The Love Simulation. Those are the romances I have. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go with Wedding Dashers. That's kind of what I've been eyeing for a minute and what I think will kind of, you know, for the mood that I'm in. This is me mood reading, is me just picking up Wedding Dashers. So This will be my next read. Let me go look up actually what the publishing date for it is. Never mind, I was very off. It's been out for a month now, so I must have gotten this in January. I don't remember, but it was released January 28th, so yay, new release. Okay, perfect. The pages kind of feel a little like jagged, you know, like when you get a book and like the pages kind of, some of them feel like they pop out a little bit. That's okay. Yay. Okay, now I'm gonna pick a bookmark because that's an important part of starting a book for me, is picking a bookmark that matches the vibe of the book, and get started on this one. Let's see how far we can get into it. The text is pretty big, honestly. Yeah, here we go. Read this with me. If you read The Wedding Dashers or The Women, comment down below what you rated them. Thank you. Hello, hello. It is now Wednesday evening. I feel like I've been horrible with doing like any updates or b-roll, but it's actually been a busy week. Just like a lot of work. I've been working out. The clips before I went on a walk after work. It's been beautiful outside, actually. Not really the cold wintry feel that we were getting last week, which is good, but I think it's like the surge, you know, before the snow and the cold comes back. So I'm just gonna try to soak it all in now. You know, that vitamin D. But yeah, update on pages read. So I've been sitting here reading for a while. It's a pretty fast bingeable read. Again, I'm reading Wedding Dashers, and I just got to page 108, about to finish up this chapter. I don't know how far I'll get into it tonight. It's 8:30, so I have some time to sit here and binge this. Maybe we can get a good chunk of it done, but I'll try to update when I'm finished with total pages read today. I think I started on like page 30, so like 70, almost 80 pages read by now. So I think that's pretty good progress. Again, fast read. I'm really enjoying it so far. I think it's super sweet, and I really like the characters. The guy's kind of mysterious right now. Again, this is from the girl Ada's point of view, so still kind of getting to know him, but he's a good, interesting character so far. They are currently, well, no, they're not on a train. Something happened with the train, guys. So we're still trying to make it. We're trying to get to this damn wedding, okay? It's not getting repetitive though. I will say it's just like a little corny here and there, but I found out today actually that this is the author's debut novel. Does it say that on here? Did I totally miss that? Congratulations, Heather. This is really good so far. Like, I'm very much enjoying myself. So congratulations. Everybody go buy this book and read it. Any other updates? Do I have any other updates? This video is gonna be like 5 minutes long. No, but I have a long day at work tomorrow, and then I think I'm gonna be sitting in traffic for a good amount of time coming home. So we'll see how much. I'll try to catch up on a good amount of reading tonight so that if I don't get a lot done tomorrow, I don't feel that bad about myself. Woo! Here we go. I am now officially 40% of the way into Wedding Dashers. It is, what time is it? 9:40 p.m. I'm getting sleepy. I'm gonna keep eating my grapes and then probably go to bed here soon. But I got to page 151. And I started on page 30 this morning. So today I read a total of 121 pages, which I would say is pretty good considering I didn't start reading until after work. And yeah, no, I say that's pretty good considering. It's actually longer than I thought it would be. I think the words are just a little bit bigger on the page, so you know, the margins are a little different, but nonetheless, I'm very much enjoying. It's witty, it's funny, there's some good humor in there. It's a little millennial cringe, but like kind of in a good way. Like I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, again, they're really sweet. They're sweet together, and it's a really fun, like lighthearted adventure that they're on right now. So there we go. 121 pages for Wednesday. Update now from home. So I made it home, and hold on. So I made it home, started doing some chores, and then realized I really don't feel like working out because we're doing a long walk on Saturday for a work thing, and then Sunday we're going to the mountain to snowboard. So I was like, well, I don't really have to work out today, but I also like maybe have taken like 100 steps today, which is like fine, but I'm kind of like antsy now. So we're actually gonna go to Costco to pick up a few things. I'm gonna eat dinner first, and then when we get back, that's when I'll read. I just didn't want to have like a, you know, like 2 big of a gap in between me saying like, oh, I'm gonna go home and like do all these things, and then I don't, and then whatever. This video, what even is this video? It's how many pages I read this week. I don't even know. What am I at so far? Let's see. I didn't even track. Did I track what I read last night? How many pages was that? Hold, I'll figure this out. Okay, it just came to me. It was 121 pages. So let's do this. Okay, so far, Wednesday afternoon, I have read 419 pages. I was hoping to read like another 100 pages tonight and then finish the book tomorrow, so we're getting up there. I've never kept track of my pages that I've read before, so this is kind of fun. This is exciting, guys. This is fun. I have officially reached page 231 in Wedding Dashers. I started on page 151 this morning, so that is a total of 80 pages read for Thursday, which I think is pretty good. It's 10 o'clock at night now, so it is my bedtime. So I'm going to be putting the book down for now, but will be finishing this tomorrow after work. I have nothing to do, and like I said, it's a pretty fast read and it is picking up. I will say that the main characters now, we're diving a little bit more into their personal life, their emotions, why they are the way they are, why they're acting the way they're acting, kind of their trauma, and it's really sweet how supportive they're being of each other right now. I really like their dynamic. It's very sweet. But yeah, that's my update. 80 pages read for today. Woo, woo. And then I think earlier I added up the total. It was like around 400 and something. So probably close to like the 500 page mark now, which again, I think is pretty good. Good night, and I will see you in the morning. Work is over, workout is over, dinner is over, we watched House Hunters, and now I'm going to take a shower, and then we're going to finish this book, Wedding Dashers. Okay, let's do this. Happy Friday. Hi besties, good afternoon. It is Saturday now, and last night I did end up finishing the Wedding Dashers. This morning I had like a work walk thing, so those were the clips you saw earlier. We went to a beautiful, my favorite park in Denver, Wash Park, and did a little like 5K, and then we just went and ran a couple of errands, but now I'm here to update you guys. I finished Wedding Dashers last night, and then that totaled, how many pages was it? I think yesterday I read 142 pages. Yes, a total of 142 pages yesterday finishing this. And overall thoughts, I ended up rating this a 4.25 stars. I am pleasantly surprised with this book, and I was not expecting it to love it as much as I did. I don't know why. I just was like, oh, it'll be a cute rom-com-y, easy read, you know, just like a whatever romance. And it was so good. This is Heather, what's her last name? Heather McBreen's debut novel, and I got this sent to me by Berkeley Romance, so thank you Berkeley for sending me the free book. But like, wow, this was really good. I think towards the end of it, like the last 25%, they really dive into some deeper things that the two individuals are going through, and you know, they kind of, I don't think this is a spoiler, but just like understanding what you have to work on within yourself before you can kind of like let other people into your life, or just like, you know, caring about yourself first, like being a loving, supporting individual of your own well-being. And I thought it was just a beautiful message. It was so funny, very rom-com-y, had like really like digestible tropes, and the only thing that like I didn't super like was, it says it on the back too, that like but the once close sisters have been in a year-long fight. So the main character, Ada, has been like quote unquote fighting with her sister who is getting married in this book for a year, and it just didn't really feel like a fight. It kind of felt a little dramatic and a little like immature whenever they would talk about it. So I don't know, I was just kind of like whatever whenever that came up, and then I mean it ends up being fine. I really love the ending of this book. But yeah, I ended up rating this a 4.25 and finished the day off reading 142 pages. So love that, highly recommend this book. Now next up is a book that I am very much, what's the word? Whatchamacallit? Intimidated to read. I have been kind of putting it off for a little bit, but I think now is the right time. I just need to do it. I need to do it. I am going to be starting Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, the first book in the Lord of the Rings series. Now, I have a complicated relationship with this. I don't know why. I really don't. My boyfriend is obsessed, loves Lord of the Rings, and we tried watching the first movie, and it was just like so long. It's not the fantasy of it. I think it is like obviously just fantastic, and I'm obsessed with like the visuals. I mean, they're in New Zealand and you have like a hobbit hole. Like, I don't know what's not to be obsessed about. But I really do love and enjoy fantasy, and I think what'll help me get more into the movies and just the series in general is reading it. So like this will just help me really dive into the setting of it all, really just become obsessed with all the characters, and then as I'm reading it, we'll watch the movies too. So it's kind of like a whole thing. But I don't know, I've just been meaning to read this for so long because of his love for it, and I really do want to watch the movies and enjoy it. I think I'll really enjoy it. Like over the last few years, I've really gotten into fantasy, and this book is, and series in general, is just referenced so much by so many of my favorite authors and in so many of my favorite books, and I just know that it's a big deal. So I'm starting here. I'm starting today. I don't know, I'm not gonna pressure myself to read it too fast because I don't want it to put me into a slump. I don't want to not enjoy it. Like I really just want to enjoy this book. So we'll see how much of it I read today. There are a couple of other things I want to get done. Like I want to start editing this video. It's about 4 o'clock right now, so we'll see how much of this I get read today. But this is my next read this week, so wish me luck. I hope you guys, if you guys have read this, let me know, and if you love it, let me know. If you don't love it, maybe I don't want to know, but you can still let me know. Back. It is, oh, I almost said it's Saturday. It is Sunday now. I am back. I'm a mess. I am so tired. My body hurts so bad. We had our walk yesterday, and then we just got back from the mountain. We went snowboarding this morning. It is only 2:42. It feels like we've lived a whole life today. I'm tired, so I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Let you guys know that last night I got about 25 pages into the Lord of the Rings. It's pretty like dense, you know, like it's not hard by any means. It's actually a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it so far, so good. I did end up taking it to the mountain today. I'm not counting the pages that I read today just because I thought, you know, I was initially just gonna do Sunday to Saturday, and yeah, today's Sunday, but I thought I'd let you know that I did take it to the mountain on a car ride this morning and read it a little bit in the car. Last night I read 25 pages, and then today I got to page, what is this? Page 83. So making pretty good progress so far, and I'm really loving it. So if you guys want to stay tuned to how I feel about it, what I rate it, and then I will for sure be continuing this series. If you want to see me continue reading it, you can subscribe here, or you can follow my Bookstagram, which I will link down in the comments. That's where I will post most of my book updates. So that is Fellowship of the Ring. That's what I read yesterday and today. Okay, let's kind of wrap up the whole week. Let's wrap up what I read, how many total pages I read. Is this realistic? I don't know. I think everyone reads at their own pace. Everyone has different things happening in their life. Some days I had more time to read more. Some days I just didn't. Whatever. This week I was pretty free, pretty open after work. So this is what I read. So last Sunday I was reading The Women, and I read 107 pages. And then on Monday I followed that up by reading 73 pages. And then Tuesday I read 88 pages and finished The Women. And then I read an additional 30 pages when I started Wedding Dashers. Wednesday, I read 121 pages of Wedding Dashers. Thursday, I read 80 pages. Friday, I finished Wedding Dashers and read 142 pages. And then yesterday, I started The Fellowship of the Ring and read 25 pages, which will total me up over the course of 7 days. This is a wacky number, but I read a total of 666 pages this last week. So I don't know, I'd say that's pretty good considering I worked out almost every single day. I worked every single day and lived my life. So I think that's pretty darn good. Again, comparison is the thief of joy. So like never compare yourselves in like how much or how little whatever that you read every day. I just happened to have a pretty open free week and wanted to see how much reading I could get done. So I'm very satisfied with that. Thank you so much for coming on this little weekly journey of mine. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for more. Continue posting weekly, but yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.